All right, let's go ahead and talk about this parabolic Bitcoin price action that we are seeing today. Just all-time high after all-time high, now sitting at $80,000. I believe we even hit $81,000. So we're definitely seeing the bullish case play out. Clearly, Bitcoin is having true buying pressure from the catalyst of Trump getting in office and crypto regulation being on the side of Bitcoiners. And at this point, I would say all the fractals are telling us Bitcoin is about to do what it did back in 2021. Go ahead, make its move up onto potentially multiple six figures. I will caution though, the law of diminishing returns still apply, and I do think now that the rally has started, it's going to be shorter than most imagine. So I think we're going to see a lot of momentum within the next couple of months, but going into 2025 is when things might settle out, and as soon as things start to settle out, I think that's where the top's going to come in. I think there could be a bit of a sell the news event on the inauguration of Trump, so that's where I'm kind of targeting right now, is the end of January, maybe all the way into March, April, May. I think sell in May, go away might apply for 2025. I know there's a lot of people that are probably going to be calling for the top to come in at the end of 2025 or even the beginning of 2026. And I think once retail starts calling for that and we see the crazy gains being made, that it'll be pretty easy to start calling tops at the beginning of 2025. But we'll just have to wait, see what the charts tell us. As of now, I would say this definitely does not look like any sort of Wyckoff distribution at this point. I would say this was Wyckoff accumulation. This is a proper breakout, and we are in proper price discovery where momentum on Bitcoin is at its height and honey badger mode is fully engaged. That being said, does that mean too long the top? As I always say, no, because we do have some reasons that we could pull back here. First things first, CME closed at 77,100. Like I said earlier, we're above $80,000 right now, so while yes, we look at the past and these CME gaps don't get filled when we break out. Let me go back to the CME chart. We look back at 2020 and you see, once Bitcoin breaks all-time highs and starts ramping up momentum, we leave CME gaps behind and it does not matter. So really would not be surprised to see that here, especially if you get a lot of traders trying to short back into that CME gap at the current moment. Then we're probably just going to squeeze them. But just FYI, going into tomorrow, we're going to have a big CME gap right here. So just be aware of that. A retrace down makes a lot of sense, but definitely not a necessity. If we look at this liquidity, which is where this big box is that I'm actually going to take out of the chart because there's no more liquidity there. We already grabbed it all. We can see, however, jump out here to the 6 months or actually yearly time frame will probably be best for looking at this. And you can see we have now grabbed everything up to $80,000. This is a big majority of it, but you're building more on top. Right now we have liquidity going all the way to $90,000. So I think as price marches up, as more shorts enter the market, this is going to keep moving up. And there's definitely the chance we can continue to squeeze here as we are doing. Let's go ahead, look at the order flow on Bitcoin. We talked about how we would likely have this channel fake everyone out, right? A classic bear flag breaking to the upside. And we do see on this break up to the upside, you see a drop in open interest here, which is normally bearish, right? Because it shows the shorts are now out of the market. Now it's time for longs to get squeezed. But then afterward, we go ahead and march all the way up to $81,000 and we have a secondary flush, and this actually flushes out a lot of longs. So we got the short squeeze and long squeeze. A lot of positions are flushed out of the market at this point. So nothing on the order flow really scares me as far as needing to pull back. So not bad to see that Bitcoin is able to keep this momentum with open interest just kind of tailing off here. This is not fueled by leveraged positions, at least longs opening. This is mainly spot buyers buying pressure from people pricing in those bullish catalysts for Bitcoin. I will say though, not only do we have a CME gap here though, but we got a lot of inefficiencies on the chart. So once again, this kind of 78K, 77.5 region makes a lot of sense conceptually on a charting basis. Does Bitcoin care about the charts in my TA right now? Probably not. It's going to continue to disrespect those indicators that normally work in ranging environments. We are not in a ranging environment right now. We are breaking out into a parabola. So who really knows what's going to happen? I would say our best guess is just basing it on what has historically happened when Bitcoin has fractal and stuff similar to this, which would be something like 2020. And price action tells us we might expect a big parabola here where Bitcoin shines, and then after Bitcoin starts to tail off around this zone or this zone, that we would start to see that rotation into your riskier assets, as we are starting to see you're getting big coins like Cardano shooting up 20, 30, 40, 50, 60% plus over the last week. And I definitely think we're going to continue to see those gains, but we got to stay vigilant in the market as we do see Bitcoin dominance start to drop, as it is starting to do. And we see Coinbase start going up on the App Store. We see a clear retail sentiment entering back into the market, then we definitely will start considering to take some risk off the table on this channel. But I just don't think we're there yet, unless we do see something crazy on the charts, like a big swing failure back within the range. Then I would get very cautious. But as of now, Bitcoin's just showing a lot of momentum. I'm not going to fade it. I'm going to let it play out. And then in a couple months from now, when we do see Bitcoin start to distribute and then a bunch of other stuff just go parabolic, there'll be more warning signs flashing. As of now though, super bullish. If you have any questions about anything I talked about, or just want to join the community for this channel, link to my Discord is in the description down below. Also got a bunch of my exchange partners down there, so feel free to use those links to get yourself some nice bonuses and rewards. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.